Hi folks, Joe from Prepper in the Woods, and today I'm testing out the CIGMAN CNVPRO, or sometimes called the CNVPRO. It's a 4K night vision binocular. It's very substantial, so we're going to test this out now, and we'll go in different environments and just show you how well this is. Right, let's get the unboxing started. So as boxes go, this one is ridiculously sturdy. Okay, this is what it came in for shipping. It's not the one that holds it like for carry case, but this is like the shipping box. You get your little card here. Under that one, and I have, when I was doing my research on this, not everybody had this type. A lot of people had soft cases. You get a user manual, and this is a very robust with great picture quality on this. That's all text, but it's really nice, this instruction manual. You get their award cards. So you got a few awards for this particular binocular. And you also get this handy dandy sheet, which tells you what all the buttons do and everything, which comes in handy for later on. I'll show you that. Right, inside the box. Ta-da! Right, I did charge this. That's as far as I've gotten with this so far, and I set the date and time. So let's just work from this side first. So here you have this first little bit, which has the charging cable, which is USB-C, and it's USB-C to USB-C. You have your, come on. Now I looked at this. This is different from other people. This is a 64 gig memory card for it, so you do photos and videos and everything, and I'll save it onto the memory card. And then you get a free gift of a little compass on a carabiner. That's that bit. Underneath it, there's two little tabs you lift up, and that has the strap, which I will be using because this is not light. Okay, so let me just get rid of those. It's cold. It's getting that time of year. It also comes with a lens cleaner. I'm going to put all the free bits in that pouch here, and I'm going to put this on. I'll put the charging cable in that little gap where everything came out of, and let's get started with this. So I'll put the weight on the screen. I got everything written down, but so this feels very solid. I have reviewed something similar before, but this is definitely more robust. It is, like I said, I put all the specs on the screen when I come across them, so I don't forget anything. So I said in the box you get the binoculars, you get a hard case, neck strap, USB-C, the memory card, manual, carabiner, and compass. On the sides here, it has a nice textured grip, and on this side here, which has the little raised bit, that's the bit where you just pull on the tab a little bit, and that's where the charging for the USB-C and the memory card goes into. So let's just pop that in now. This part I haven't done before. Like I said, all I have done so far is just charge it. So we're all learning this together at the moment. Oh man, that wind. Hopefully it's not coming up on the screen, on the mic. So memory card's in. Just gonna put this flap down because this does have a good waterproof rating as well, and that's all sealed up now again. Okay, cool. On the front, you see this little dangling string. It's like it blocks out the light a bit, so it's like a pinhole, like a filter. You can see the color there a little bit, just there. Move that away. Right. So on my side, I can see a little bit of pink right there. Okay. The infrared is on this side here. It has an IR on top. Then you have your focus, which is on the left side. We'll go through the buttons in a minute. So I'll put you down so you can see everything. I just want to show you the outside first. Let me just turn this on. On button is obviously this one. Look at that screen. That is a good screen. I mean, I'm not even like close to the camera to show you that, but you can see it from here. Okay, so that is a good screen. So that's some of the quality right there. It has a 25mm lens with an f1 aperture, which means that it pulls in more light in low light conditions, which is what you want in a night vision binoculars. So before I get on the bottom of it, you also have a screw port for a tripod adapter and a thermometer here on the bottom. So I'm assuming the code has to play with this. Otherwise, I would have, why wouldn't they put a compass? But yeah, so you have a little temperature gauge there and a tripod screw. Yeah, so here's the torch on the night vision binoculars. You can see that if you're walking across a path, this would be fine for nighttime. So here I am using them in a second, and you can see my eyes. So that's the light you get. So if I had this up to my eyes and you're facing sideways to me, I can see that much. Make sense? So if I was facing away from you and I had like my hand here, so it does throw a little bit of light out. So it's not like tactical sneaky. This is for going out and looking at animals and being a little bit stealthy, but a person who has infrared or out and about was going to see a little bit of light. Just to give you a heads up about that. So that's up to my eyes now, and you can see my eyes. So just so the audio is a little better, because I'm not sure what the audio is. So it's pitch black, you can see. There you go. So that's the tree we normally do our videos on for our torches. And you can still see the focus of the infrared. That is seriously good. Okay. So some of it's bouncing back on us because it's getting a bit close. But that is a very large throw. Okay. And again, this is the view of the night vision, and then that's what we see. Okay, so you can see how good this is. There's a tree and nothing. Okay, so this does work really well. Alright, so you can see the zoom on the right there. So that zoomed all the way in. And then now I'm trying to do this all with one hand here. So let me switch hands again and I'll zoom out. So that's where it is now. Right, so we're there. And I'll zoom out now. So that's, what would I say before? 60 feet, that tree. It's down the path. I don't want to get people's houses, but look how bright that is. Let's see if I can get into the field over here. So here we are in the field. A lot of good detail on this. I'll just press record so I can record this, and I'll swap the footage over. But yeah, you see all the grass. That's up the field, and you can still see the infrared being thrown that way. I'll see if I can do a side-by-side between my footage off my iPhone and that's the tree. We're even further away. Okay, the focus is pretty good, but yeah. This isn't even 4K, this is I think 1080. I was advised not to put 4K because everything looks better not in 4K in infrared. So there's that tree we use for flashlights. This has a really good infrared. I mean, look at that tree down there. A normal infrared one, like the other one I have, no way does that. So last night when I was filming, this is how I had it set up, just on a tripod. So it does work really well. It is kind of wide on top, which was one of the issues I was having when I was holding one side and trying to show you the zoom, because the zoom out is here and the zoom in is there, so it is a little bit wide apart for trying to do it with one hand. But I'll show you the buttons and the features next. Right, let me give you guys the final rundown now. So again, you have your torch on top, you have your strobe, normal light, and then this one makes all this light up, which if you saw me last night, that did help out a lot because you do have a few buttons to press. There's your power, there's your infrared, that's your select button, that's your mode, zoom in and zoom out. So when you do the menu, you're just using these three here. So zoom in, zoom out, and OK. That's how you set the menu. I'll show you the menu in a second. Not to mention, so besides shooting in 4K video with sound, 52 megapixel photos, it has a IP54 waterproof rating. It's too heavy to have on your head, which is not supposed to. This is more of a viewer. I know I keep saying it's a binoculars, but it's not. It's more of a viewer because one of these sides is just the infrared, which is a very good infrared. It throws really far, and you just have the visual side, which is this one here. The battery again is 5,000 milliamp. It's a lithium battery. You can have this running for 16 hours, which is really good. The weight is 1.4 pounds, so that's why I had the shoulder strap on and using a tripod. It was a bit holding it up for a long period of time. My little arms was hurt my shoulders a little bit. Comes with a card, and again you have a thermometer on the bottom. So let me just show you the menu on this. So you can see the menu there. I'm not sure if you can read it because of the glare, but you just select which one you want. If you don't want the beeping noise, you can change that to off. I put it on low. You can change the 4K, 2K, or 1080. You can just see it just there. Yeah, so you just go through it. So you do have a lot of options here to if you want to personalize this. I turned that off, the auto power off. You can attach this to your phone as well, which I didn't do. I'm not keen on doing that. That's for formatting the disc. Back to default settings if you want. You can change the brightness of the monitor as well, so if you don't want that light in your eyes, you can make it a little bit lower. I didn't have an issue with that. Again, I'm not, super spy. I'm just looking at nature kind of thing. The date timestamp, I did that one already. Picture in picture, I never tried. I'm trying to get the zoom in there. It keeps going out of focus. Has loop recording, and the resolution's on the bottom there. So let me just select the resolution. So again, you see it has 4K, 2K, and then you have your 1080. I was told to not put it in 4K in infrared mode. They said, trust me, don't have it in 4K. So that's what I did. I did 2K and I did the 1080. I'm pretty sure I did a clip in 4K to show the difference, but I'm not sure if there was one. So again, CIGMAN night vision. It says binoculars, but again, it's just a viewer. I think this is really good. This is one of the better ones I definitely used for night vision. I have used a few. And again, the only thing that got me was a little bit of the weight, but that's probably me. You're probably stronger than me anyway. I'm old. Links, description box below if you want interested in this night vision item. So I picked this one because of the popularity of the other one I did, and this one is much better. Like I said, it's easy to use. I didn't read the instructions. You just kind of, being a guy, we just kind of figured it out ourselves, and works fine. Like I said, no problems with it. The focus was really good as well. I like that. It came in really clear. Again, links to everything below. Let me know what you think about it. Have you tried this before? Have you heard of the company? Again, put everything in the comments down below and check the description box. Thanks guys for watching. I'll catch you next video. Bye.